do that. So I always looked at companies and I bought a lot of product and I even tried a few. And then I kind of had a love-hate relationship. I wanted it, but I knew I couldn't do it. Unless, of course, I came across a dream company with dream products. You know, products that everybody wanted, that had a huge place in the market, that was consumable and affordable and really great quality. It was really simple to share because I am not a salesperson. And while I was dreaming, I wanted wonderful owners who were all in for the long haul, who would be willing to give more than they took. And until I found Cincy, yes, I was only dreaming. But I can stand here and tell you that we've got it, guys. We have wonderful owners, we have dream products, and we have a dream company. And I'm really enjoying some dream income. And you can do that too. But it's not going to happen without overcoming challenges, without learning to recognize excuses for the enemy to success that they are, not without becoming an excuse buster. Because the bottom line is, life is hard. It's not easy, and it's not fair, and it will always give us all the excuse-making material we want, and then some. None of my life was easy, as I know most of yours isn't either, because it's not. I was born with a serious heart defect and not expected to live, and then returned home at the age of 2 to a drug addict mother. Through most of my years, I experienced physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. At the age of 8, my mother took me and my 2 little sisters on a plane ride to another state. Then after a long car ride, she stopped the car, pointed to a little old lady with puppies and said, "I'll see you girls in a few hours." And we never saw her again. So like you, I am no stranger to hard times. But what I have discovered is that if you want to be successful in Cincy or any other area of your life, you just need to realize we're not products of our circumstances, we're products of our choices. Your value and your success is not determined by events, by the unhealthy actions or opinions or mistakes of others, or by the millions of things that can and will go wrong or change every day, but rather by your choices. If you want to succeed in Cincy, then you need to learn to identify the excuses that are keeping you from sponsoring, building a team, earning the monthly sales award, the incentive trip, or promoting all the way to superstar director or earning the circle of excellence. The only way to make this happen is to become an excuse buster. Now we as passionate, are you passionate out there? Cincy consultants have an incredible future ahead of us. We're young, we've seen nothing yet. Someday we'll have millions of consultants. Who will be in your organization? And every day I see enthusiastic, excuse-busting consultants doing the 3 simple basics of sharing, booking parties, and sponsoring. And as a result, they and their teams and their checks are growing. Because there is no stopping a committed, excuse-busting, Cincy family consultant who knows what they want. Woo! When I first joined Cincy, I drove 3 hours to the closest meeting that my wonderful sponsor and friend Dorothy Thurman invited me to. There I found my Cincy hero. Do you have a Cincy hero?
Yes, you!
Mine was Adi Mitchell. She'd been with the company 2 years. She was already making that dream money, and she was fun and she was friendly. And when I left there, I thought, I want to do what Adi has done. If she can do it, I can do it too. So as I journeyed home, I gave myself a 30-day challenge. For the next 30 days, I was going to sacrifice, and it was a sacrifice, any other demands of my time so I could plug in a warmer for 3 to 5 people a day. I wanted to find out that if I diligently and consistently shared my business, if I could get results that I knew direct sales offered. Now this was not an easy task because I was very busy. I had a traditional business, a wife and a mother, an author and a speaker, and very active in my church. But the real problem was I had to find 3 to 5 people a day to plug my warmer in for. See, I lived in a town of about 350 people, and the next closest town, 20 miles away, had 6,000. And so the first excuses I came across were, wait a minute, I don't know that many people. In fact, I don't think that many people really live around here. I think they're counting chickens. But if they do, I am sure they've heard of Cincy. Do you tell yourself these kind of same excuses too? But I knew I had to bust through if I wanted what I said I wanted. And I knew that if I plugged in a warmer and they experienced that scent, they would have a hard time to say no. Right? Because they can't say no to Cincy. Now, it also turns out that this bright idea of mine to start my 30-day challenge happened on New Year's Day. It was a holiday. And I was ready to go, and then I think, oh, wait a minute. Don't you think that's a good excuse? I can't call them. It's a holiday. This is not a good time. How many times do you tell yourself, yeah, I don't want to be bothered, and this is not a good time? Here's the hard truth. Here's what successful people know. There is no time like the present. And if we talk ourselves out of action today, we will talk ourselves out of action tomorrow. So, I picked up the phone and called people I barely knew. And I'd say something like, hi, this is Becca Levie, and we met one time at, or hi, this is Becca Levie, and our kids go to the same school. Are you going to be home today? Because I have something fun to show you. Maybe because it was so random and unexpected, they said, sure, come on over. So I remember driving to the big city, and I was prepared. I had my warmer out and cubes of the Cincy favorites already broken off so they could choose a scent. And I got to the first house, took a deep breath, and then I literally shook all the way to the door, just like I shook all the way to the stage today. And I remember the first lady, she comes out, and she says, hello. And then she goes, oh, Cincy, I have that exact warmer on my counter, come see. I remember feeling crushed. I was thinking, oh, yeah, see, saturated, this is not going to work. I was there, so I came in. She later told me that I looked crushed too, but I said to myself, what am I going to do? And then I said, wait, there's another question I could ask her. So with all the courage I could muster, I said, so you do like Cincy, and so I'm wondering if you'd like to get some more for free. Would you like to have a party for me? And she said no. And if I could have ran at that moment, I so would have. But technically, there's one more question I could ask, right?
Yep.
So I said, well, would you like to become a consultant? And she said yes.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Now, if I had chosen in those first few moments to take those first few notes, and I've had thousands of moments just like that since, then I would have missed out on a wonderful team member, a great friend, and a large organization I have today. Now, another powerful learning moment in my business came when I was emailing a lady from another city. See, I knew that if I was going to get what 80 and others had, that I was going to have to learn to choose, to make myself, ask everyone I came in contact with if they've had a personal experience with Cincy. Everybody's probably heard of Cincy, or we think they have, but have they had a personal experience? But, true to my scaredy cat nature, I was making excuses about even asking this in an email. I remember telling myself, okay, let's see. I'm doing business with our other business. This probably is not appropriate. And, you know, she lives right up there where Cincy started, right up there by Karen Correct. And surely she's heard of it. I just know Cincy's saturated. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, these thoughts came in my head that have served me ever since. If you think small, you're going to get small. If you think big, you can get big.
Yes, ma'am.
And if she says no, I'll just say next. At that moment, I put on imaginary blinders. The kind of blinders they put on horses to keep the flies off their eyes.
Yes.
And I told myself, I was just going to wear those blinders everywhere I went, keep asking those 3 questions, and let the no's bounce off until I got the results I wanted. Making that choice that day was critical to my success. So I offer you the same technique. Are you willing to put on your imaginary blinders and super glue those puppies on? And just keep asking those 3 simple questions over and over till you get what you want?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody gonna try that?
Woo!
From that day forward, my mantras became, I don't have to be perfect to be powerful. If I think small, I will get small. If I think big, I'll get big. If 80 can do it, I can do it too. And I can't say the wrong thing to the right person or the right thing to the wrong person. Between the blinders and these thoughts, it gave me the courage to keep busting through the excuses to get the results I have today. The next excuses I could have used to quit came from the growing pains of home office. When I joined Sensi, we didn't have new consultant startup guides and fabulous product videos and all the amazing things that we do today. We had problems. And I knew that, I remember as a brand new consultant, taking orders for warmers that my customers intended to give for Valentine's and Easter and Mother's Day presents, only to find out that these warmers were back ordered for months way past the holidays. So we had problems with back orders, we had problems with websites, we had problems with shipping, we had problems just like we do today. But thank heavens I didn't let it stop me. So I've heard this question posed to you from Joel in his class and from different speakers. What excuses are you identifying that are keeping you, that are the enemies that are stealing your success? Do you know what they are? Perhaps it's price increases, policy changes, difficult team members, expecting everyone to share the same passion as you, or expecting yourself or others or home office to be perfect, because that's never, ever going to happen. Success comes by focusing on what's right in the situation, not what's wrong. We need to find what we have to work with and go with that until the rest of it gets worked out. It sounds like you're ready to make that commitment. Right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Now, probably the biggest set of excuses on top of those fear and all those problems was my family.